Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share with you 4 of my favorite low-carb meal options. Okay, so we're starting off with this very simple meal, barbecue meatloaf. I'm using turkey, but you can use ground beef if you choose. After breaking up my meat, I add 1 cup of onions, 1 cup of red bell pepper, and 2 eggs. For taste, I'm putting in 6 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, salt, pepper, chili powder, ground mustard, onion powder, and garlic powder. As far as the amounts, just season it the way you like. Then using your hands, make sure you mix it very, very well. Now, as you can see with all these meals, I'm going to show you how to count calories when you're meal prepping in bulk. Make sure you're counting the calorie content of everything you're putting in the dish. I personally don't count vegetables, or at least most vegetables, but whatever you choose to do, just make sure you're counting it all so that at the end you can add it up. Transfer your meat into a baking dish and spread it all out using a patting motion. You want to make sure you get all the air pockets out so that you have a nice firm loaf, especially if you're going to use turkey meat. So then we're going to top it with 8 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. And then we're going to pop it in a preheated oven at 400 degrees for like an hour and a half. You know it's done when it's bubbling and it shrinks. Okay, so now that it's done, I'm going to cut my loaf into 9 pieces, as equal as possible. For this meal, I heated up and seasoned a bag of frozen chopped greens. So this meal was only 296 calories for me. Okay, moving on to the fish stew. We'll start by heating 6 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we'll add in our onions and celery. Let this cook for a couple of minutes, then add your garlic. It varies from person to person. Some people like their vegetables more firm. Some people like them very soft. Cook them longer if you want them softer. Then we're adding our tomato. I added some dry parsley flakes, but you could use fresh if you like. If you want, you can substitute the 1 tablespoon of tomato paste with several tablespoons of ketchup. I've done this before and it tastes great. Then I'm going to stir this up and let it cook for about 15 minutes. 10 if you like them a little more firm, and 20 if you like your vegetables a little more tender. Next, I add 1 cup of water, 1 cup of white wine, and my white fish. Today I'm using swai, I think that's how you pronounce it, S-W-A-I. It's super affordable and I like the texture and the thickness, but you can use your favorite white fish. Let this cook on medium to medium-high heat for about 10 to 15 minutes. Just be careful not to overstir. You don't want to break all of your fish up. I finished the stew off with some Italian seasonings, salt, pepper, and a few splashes of Tabasco. to figure out calories per serving, I take a 1 cup measuring cup and see how many cups it yields. Once I've done that, I divide the total number of calories that I put in the pot by the number of cups in the pot. If you have a family where no one wants to eat what you want to eat when you're on a diet, make this for them. I mean, any of these meals work, but this is probably my favorite, the buffalo chicken strips. Start by seasoning your chicken strips. I use salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I'm using the air fryer. If you guys don't have one, I highly suggest you go get one. It just makes life so much easier. But if you're gonna just go ahead and bake them the old-fashioned way, put the chicken strip seasoned side down in your pan and then season the other side. While the strips are cooking, go ahead and melt 1 tablespoon of butter. You could use whatever hot sauce you like, but I find that Red Hot is my favorite. It tastes the best when it comes to making anything buffalo style. You could also use Louisiana hot sauce. I have pretty good luck with that as well. Just make it to your level of spiciness. So obviously, the more hot sauce you add, the spicier it'll be. Then I add my cooked chicken strips to the sauce. Put a lid on it and shake it up. You want to make sure everything gets nice and coated. I simply served this with the traditional celery sticks, but you could add carrot sticks. You could serve it with a side of broccoli, peas and carrots, whatever you like. Okay, so this is a fun one. It's an Asian-inspired dish, also using chicken strips. This will be the other half of chicken strips that we cooked earlier. Starting with the side, I have fresh cut green beans and some chopped onion. Now you can make as much or as little of this as you need. I season this with salt and pepper, and then I cook it up until it's nice and tender. Adding water helps so you don't have to add as much oil, so that cuts on the calories, and it causes a steaming effect, which helps your vegetables cook a little quicker. Add garlic, crushed red pepper, and some soy sauce, and you're pretty much good to go. The dipping sauce couldn't get more simple. It's literally just honey and mustard. And you can mix this however you like. Just know that you have to count the calories of the honey. Mustard is pretty much 0 calories. So if you don't mind the sourness of the mustard, then you can use more of it to stretch your dipping sauce. I add a shake of chili powder to the sauce for taste and presentation. You could use paprika or cayenne pepper if you like. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and always remember to take care of yourself. See you next time.